Hello, my name is Caleb Smith, coming to you from the old press room at the Rocket Miner office. We've been working late on some special projects, and I'll admit every so often I just kind of like to take a break in here. There are a lot of good memories and thoughts that remind me of good people. Um, Not too long ago, this place would be really bustling, especially at this hour, with lots of uh, finely, if, finely tuned machinery moving, or people moving with intention, purpose, and turbocharged with a bit of caffeine. Um, Speaking of careful, deliberate intentions, there was our one of our semi-regular state press conferences where we heard for Mark Gordon, Superintendent of the Schools Jillian Ballo, and Dr. Alexia Harris, the State Health Officer. We saw as we've often seen every 2 weeks, there was more discussion of the state health orders, but there's a little bit of a variation. For quite some time, we've just been seeing the same orders extended without alteration. And while, yes, the new orders are going to continue through the end of this month at the minimum, there are some modifications, primarily to allow larger gatherings outdoor. Um, these orders, which have been in place since June 15th, when they replaced some more restrictive ones, are going to allow outdoor gatherings of no more than 50% of a venue's capacity with a maximum of 1,000 people. The previous order limited most gatherings to 250 people. The governor noted that this is a change made that should allow community events like high school football or any other, well, some of those local sports that draws a big, excited, engaged crowd. He said that part of the reason why these orders were extended were the fact that there were some other events allowed over the summer, outdoor events like the Cody Rodeo, where after the event there wasn't a statistical large increase in cases. From what they could tell, people at outdoor events kept their distance. In addition to following some of the other guidelines, masking up when they couldn't keep their distance, washing their hands a lot, or just staying home if they felt sick. Not if you feel crummy, don't spread it around. Don't go to the store. Don't go to don't go to classes. Anyway, part of this talk about personal responsibility and consideration. One of the reasons we keep harping on that is that it's effective against the coronavirus. When people are taking steps to stop the spread, that reduces its options and reduces the risk for the people around each other. And the more we do that, the more options we're going to gain for other people. At the press conference, the governor said, quote, "If you want our economy to open, wear a mask when you can't socially distance." He went on to add, "Your friends and neighbors and businesses and towns' economies and our state economies will all appreciate that." End quote. Speaking of masks, that was a topic that the state superintendent touched upon. We've certainly seen this at the local level, but and noting that this is something that's a top-down thing. When kids are in school and they're not able to maintain a distance of at least 6 feet for a certain amount of time, masks are going to be required. Now, it's the superintendent of schools noted that many districts are looking for ways to spread out because they recognize that that's asking a lot of the kids, and they want to create as many opportunities as possible where masks aren't necessary. That's going to require some creativity, and that also is going to be it requires some endurance of the kids. Everybody's being asked to step up, young, old, and between. And we know that we don't. The goal is not to put too much of a burden on kids. We there a lot has already been sacrificed, and we're still going to have to sacrifice more before we're done. But the goal is still to put as little burden on the kids as possible, and to be just looking for ways to let kids be kids as much as possible, while still also being considerate of family, community needs and concerns as well. In addition to schools opening, college is opening right after that. Uh, Education is something we're keeping an eye on. And that's part of the reason why I'm here so late at the Rocket Miner working on the election guide. This Saturday, you're going to have a hefty section dedicated to what's on the ballot, where are the voting places, what is my district, and more importantly, where do I go this year? Because it's a smaller number of voting places than usual. The idea is that we want you to be able to cast an informed vote, have an idea of who are the people in the races, what are their stances on the economy, on accessibility and accountability to the public. Um, what are their goals for what they want to do in office, and how does that compare to others? What are they highlighting? What do they bring to the table? What are they focusing on? We want everybody's vote to count, and we want everybody's vote to have a bit of oomph behind it. I'm hopeful that come election day on Tuesday, when people put that ballot in the box, or actually, I know it's pretty much a scanner nowadays. It doesn't make the same noise or sound, but still, you get the metaphor I'm going for. Well, when you turn it over, it has the weight of a person who is invested in the community, who wants the best people on the job. There are a lot more challenges. Quoting from one of the or paraphrasing one of the announcements I read, is that we are in we are in unknown waters. We have some ideas, but there's some big decisions that are going to have to be made at every single level of the government, and we want the people who will do right by us, representing us, making the choices, and leading us forward into what we're optimistic will be better times. Anyway, be looking for that on Saturday, or you can always check out rocketminer.com. A number of those questionnaires or campaign announcements have already been posted there for you to start to read. You might be like me, and you prefer to wait to the last minute to cram it all in, like your vocabulary list right before second hour English. You do what's best for you, and please please vote. Please make sure your vote counts. Please make sure that your vote is what is what you feel it needs to be. Not because what other people told you, because right there. Anyway, this is Caleb Smith coming from the dusty press room, wishing you a good day and a safe tomorrow. Go read and then go vote. Bye.